Fools like them, they suss me out and then they ghost.
Hi, my name is T. I'm a transgender man, and today I'm going to be talking about a new law passed in Idaho regarding the bathrooms. It's called House Bill 752. Idaho has just had a track record of increasingly transphobic laws. Back in 2020, Idaho passed House Bill 500, which bans transgender women and girls as well as intersex athletes from participating in female sports at all levels. Also, in March of this year, the Idaho House passed HB 822, which would require schools, healthcare providers, and child care providers to notify parents within 3 days if a minor requests a social transition, including using a different name, pronouns, or facilities that do not align with their sex assigned at birth. So, I just want to address those first two things. The transgender youth in sports is so highly debatable and so extremely controversial. It's something I still don't quite understand the full science of and validity, because as a former athlete myself, I know mechanically and biologically that men and women perform differently in sports, and that's just how it is. I just don't know to what extent trans women in sports have leverage. I don't know, and I'm okay with saying that. However, the intersex extension confuses me as well, because what are they supposed to do? Participate in no sports at all just because they were born that way? Maybe that applies to trans people. I don't want that for anyone, actually. I think everyone should be able to participate. If we had a league of our own, that'd be great. An open league, if you will, an open gender league. That would fix all these problems, honestly. Anyway, moving on from that, the Gender Affirming Care and Social Transition, House Bill 822. I feel like that one is kind of crazy because lots of parents might not be accepting, and that one social grace or nuance of being gendered correctly in your social circle is so extremely important. So to deprive the youth of the ability to socially transition seems a little extreme. No one has ever been hurt by using a different name. That's never hurt nobody in the history of ever. Using different pronouns, that is the most softest thing you can do. Not there's hardcore transition and softcore transition. No, not what I'm meaning. I'm meaning just allowed to be socially out and use different pronouns is not harmful at all. And if you have transphobic parents and the school rats you out, that could really ruin some things. Because when I was in high school, I was in the closet at home because I wasn't allowed to be out. I had to hide my relationships because I was in a lesbian relationship at the time. And it just added so much extra stress to everything. To constantly be like, is someone gonna hate me and rat me out today, or whatever the case may be. So anyway, we have House Bill 500, we got House Bill 822, and we got House Bill 752. Thanks, Idaho. So I'm going to be reading this article about the legislature that just passed. And this is an article from IdahoCapitalSun.com. Alright. The Idaho Legislature widely approved a bill that would criminalize willfully entering public and government bathrooms and changing rooms designated for another sex. The bill, which heads to Governor Brad Little for final consideration, would effectively block transgender people from using their preferred public bathrooms in Idaho, expanding on the state's transgender bathroom bill in public schools. And they went for the youth first, and then they moved on to the adults, which is a slippery slope to banning gender affirming care for adults as well, fully able to consent adults. It's bullshit. House Bill 752 would create criminal misdemeanor and felony charges for people who knowingly and willingly enter a bathroom or changing room designated for the opposite sex, with some exceptions. The bill would apply in government-owned buildings and places of public accommodation like private businesses. Okay. A misdemeanor and felony charges for anyone who on purpose goes into the bathroom of their designated gender but not matching their sex. This is crazy. Have they ever considered intersex people as well? How they might not look like the sex that they are? That's kind of problematic. A first offense would carry a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in prison. A second offense within 5 years would be a felony punished by up to 5 years in prison. So they want to take your rights to vote away. Your right to own a gun away. Right? Only 3 states, Utah, Florida, and Kansas, have criminal bans on trans people using bathrooms that align with their gender identity, according to the Movement Project, an LGBT advocacy group. In a statement, Planned Parenthood Alliance advocates Idaho called the bill the most extreme anti-transgender bathroom bill in the nation. Oh. Yeah, because what do you mean? You're getting a misdemeanor the first time and a felony the second time. In the Idaho Senate, the bill passed on a near party line 28-7 vote on Friday, with all 6 Democrats opposing. One Republican, Jim Guthrie from McCann, broke with Republican support of the bill. He called legislation like it harmful. One of the Republicans defected, and he didn't vote on it. They go in the bathroom they're supposed to, they upset people. If they go in the one they now look like, they're breaking the law, which could include pretty severe penalties, Guthrie told senators. Yeah, because that means I would have to use the women's bathroom in Idaho, legally. I would legally have to use the women's bathroom. That's putting a man in the women's bathroom. And there's no real way to, like, comply with this law. What are you doing? You looking at my pants? Like, what are you gonna do? I'm just trying to pee. I should be able to pee where I need to pee. Or maybe they should just make gender-neutral bathrooms. Why would they want to spend the time and money and resources and taxes to incarcerate and prosecute trans people who are not doing anything wrong? They're just taking a piss. This is, I don't know, social segregation or something, alienation. Yeah, I don't even care about the rest of this, honestly. I'm just so disappointed and, like, lost. So Idaho can pass 3 of these random trans bills, and other states are going to follow suit, and things are devolving. We have to have our birth sex on our passports. Kansas took away licenses from trans people until they display their birth sex. It's just so problematic when people have transitioned and then you take their rights away. What are they supposed to do now? He wants to criminalize being trans. You see in the ICE camps, they can lawfully detain someone for looking trans. It is literally 1930s Germany. When they were burning books, they were burning books about the transgenders and the LGBT studies too. It has been history repeating itself slowly over time, repeating itself, and look where we're going. Devolving into fascism. Fascism is bad, by the way. Fascism is bad. The public opinion and acceptance of trans people is at an all-time, like, debatable low, and the infighting within the communities as well is at an all-time high. Our confidence is sinking. I'm scared. I'm scared of losing my insurance all the time. I'm scared of losing my medication. I'm scared of not having the ability to use the bathroom. I'm scared of being outed to coworkers. Like, there's so many things. Like, it's just not okay to be trans right now. It's not. And at my last job, people thought I was going to fucking shoot them, because the trans shooter thing is all perpetuated around. So take that with you will. They don't want us to work. They don't want us in the military. They don't want us in the country. God, I'm so disappointed right now. This you totally. What's the fucking word for, like, totally and totalitarian? the imposing authority that we're experiencing is insane.